October 27, 2021, I posted 3,404 of the anachronisms to the blog. It's called The Day's Last Chance, which might just as easily be its last dance. Last call for alcohol will yet be a couple of hours from now, which would only then be my favorite time of the night to cut a rug, after the drunks have gone home. However, I'm talking about what to do to put my final stamp on this day today. Tomorrow is tomorrow, so as it's less than an hour to midnight now, what I'm doing but writing a few words down to send your way. So very few folks seem to know the least bit of who I am, as it were. It's a little something that excites me to think that someone might want to know. You might even begin to get it right. Self, 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 me, me, me. That's the way it is and the way it'll be. Always, I suppose. But besides these lines, let's see, though. It isn't as if I have nothing new to show for the last 23 and a half hours or so. This will be the day I might have finally snapped out of my funk after being bullied out of yet another too short stint of employment. I even got asked to schedule an interview, but isn't that boring stuff? What's not is my wonderful conversation with Mom late this evening. Another night of going over old photos, trying to see if we can come to some sort of quorum over who's who and all the old Talbert and Weaver photos I seem to have inherited. And this I did whilst eating a big bowl of okra, which I picked up at the market just a few steps down to Howard this afternoon, frozen, truth be told. But what a treat of a bowl of okra it was. Mom says that sadly and oddly enough, she hasn't even had any this year as of yet. What else? Well, there was a rendezvous that was quite titillating, and which I think I'll just leave at that. But to say being in love is such a treasure, one that, like the photographic nostalgia, has that giddy air of familiarity. And sure, it's impossible to call it new anymore, but just to feel it, just to say it, it's still such a strange and exciting thing that for a while there, I had really wondered if I'd ever really have a good reason to say it again. To feel it once more and always unique, thank goodness, new and different. And I guess I said I was going to leave it at that about 20 or so lines ago, which is to say that as far as today goes, I have now apparently danced it almost entirely away. Speaking of lines to go, and miles to go before I sleep, not really. I just moved my butt from my wobbly chair to my broken bed, upon which sits the laptop on which I type with some speed and missive to get it locked and loaded and on its merry way to you post haste, it being now 7 short minutes to midnight.